What's up, guys? Today, we are talking about Nokia. Yep, you heard me right. The same phone we all used as kids. The phone that served more drops than your average TikTok influencer's KDM. Back then, Nokia wasn't just a phone company. It was the phone company. Their market dominance was so crazy that competitors were basically playing ADM mode on Big Notificate. Back in early 2000s, if you owned a mobile phone, chances are that was a Nokia phone. That's how dominant they were in early 2000s. So, what exactly went wrong? Today, the company that once ruled the mobile world is now remembered for memes than market dominance. The phone which can't survive the nuclear explosions are now surviving to be noticed by others. So let's find out what went wrong. Believe it or not, Nokia didn't start by making phones. It started as a paper mill in 1865. Which is funny because if someone told people back then that this paper route company would one day dominate the entire mobile industry, they probably think you are insane. Looking back, maybe their paper mill was industry tool too, because somehow it evolved into one of the most powerful tech companies on planet Earth. Let's see, the company which started as paper mill company, which led to rule the entire Earth. In late 1980s and mid-2000s, Nokia dominated in the mobile market. For even though this dominance and power, how did they embed laws? Phones like Nokia 3310 were so powerful that they could surveil a big bang and can be replaced as modern weapons too. So, Nokia dominated the market, but dominance doesn't last forever. And in 2007, everything changed. Back in 2007, Apple launched the iPhone. Phones become more about software and apps than hardware. Nokia continued focusing on traditional phones while competitors moved towards touchscreen smartphones. But other phones couldn't survive a big bang as Nokia, though. Nokia operating system Symbian became difficult to modernize and less user-friendly compared to iOS and Android. Even though their phones can have a light speed, their internal bureaucracy made Nokia slow to react. They often struggled to innovate quickly while rivals moving fast. In 2011, Nokia partnered with Microsoft and adopted Windows Phone instead of Android. Now, Android and iOS is ruling the entire world while Nokia is still surviving top test than their most expensive phones. Companies like Samsung embraced Android early and captured smartphone market. That's how Nokia lost their emperor. Now, Nokia lost the battery, but it's still in it for with a weapon which could survive a big pack. Nokia didn't lose smartphone war. It's still surviving by reinventing itself as a telecom company. As in evolution, in life, if one refuses to evolve, they don't survive. But one constantly evolves survive in harsh conditions. Nokia teaches us a simple lesson. It doesn't matter if you're a king today. If you refuse to adapt, someone else will take your crown.